Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to episode 51 of the Comics Show. I'm your host, Technique, and I'm sitting here with my co-host, my Hawk Plays. Did I say your name right?
Yeah, you're good, Frank.
Oh, this is a joke.
You're
It's
good, brother.
an inside joke. All right, man. How you doing, dude? It's been a while. It's been a week, I should say.
Yeah, I'm going well, man. Everything's going well. It's a nice little Saturday here. Summer's finally coming to an end. Weather's kind of cracking, which is nice. So I'll take it. I'll take it. How you doing? How about yourself? I see you're knee deep or neck deep into Destiny.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just kind of burnt out of MMOs. I just don't want to play them anymore right now. I play Final Fantasy 14 offline, raid in that, and that's pretty good for me. I just disappointment after disappointment. So I was just like, like literally my timeline is just nothing but Destiny 2 when it comes to people just hooting and raving about the game. And I was like, tried in the past, and um, it wasn't what I wanted. And now the game is like exactly where I expected it to be when it first came out. So
Nice.
it's really, really fun. I'm playing it on the hardest setting in the story modes, legendaries and stuff. So it's been really, really fun challenge. And yeah, man, it's I'm not like everyone's like, dude, you're going to like forget about your family and something like nah, I'm not gonna get
What?
like MMO players, you've been through that already. You've been through the addiction route, I guess, quote unquote. But I'm not like that in it, but I am having a lot of fun. So it's finally have nice to have something that I can enjoy on stream.
And they just went
Uh,
straight for it. Like you're gonna have no life. You're gonna like have no family. Damn.
yeah,
Okay. They just okay.
like turn around, the crack is real. And I'm like, all right,
It's real. The addiction's real.
yeah,
God
it's fun.
damn.
Fun. I'm
Yeah, man.
enjoying it.
I'm happy that you haven't. I mean, I what was it. I loved playing it when it first came out. I never really got into Destiny 1 because I like my internet was absolute trash and you really had to be online for it. I didn't have any other friends playing it, so I don't have that attachment to the Destiny franchise like a lot of others do. So when I got into Destiny 2, like, you like the game, what the hell's wrong with you? I was like, I'm sorry. Like,
Mm.
but I enjoyed it. Just I fell off with it with raids and everything because I had no friends at the
Yeah,
time. So, but the game, yeah, the game's, I mean, it's fun. You can play for hours and just dive in. So I'm happy you're having fun with it because this has been a interesting year for video games, especially after New
yeah.
World and then Lost Ark, how it hit
Oh,
really, really high and then it
yeah.
got really, really low for a lot of
The thing is,
people.
New World is doing really well now.
Came back,
Surprising.
right?
Yeah, they're on the comeback right now. And then next month, no, October is the really big patch where
Wow.
they have a brand new like area called Brimstones, and it's sand, and they showed somebody leaked it, but it was a gigantic sandworm just like busting out of the
Ooh,
ground and stuff, and it was really cool looking. So everyone's
Dune-esque.
hyped about it. They're introducing a new weapon, which is a great sword, which I wanted since 2015. Yeah, the great sword is coming, and then it's Roman and Egyptian, so based. So it's really dope.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be really cool. But other than that, yeah, man, a lot of these MMOs have been missed. Ilion just announced this closing. It hadn't even been a year yet, and it's already like done. So
Wow.
they went through a lot with that game. They went through it was rebranded. It used to be called Air, and it was rebranded and redone, and then they hired a new office to redo it, and then it's gone. Speaking of gone news, Shadowrun, Shadowrun 2? One of those games, part of the Shadowrun series. I forget which one. Stalker. I think it's Stalker 2 or 3 or whichever one they're on. It got put on indefinite hold as well. So a lot of these studios just kind of like closing games up, man, moving on, and a lot of new studios are opening. You know,
Yeah.
a new AAA studio that just opened for this Marvel game that's coming out. So
And it's
well,
crazy. A lot of new studios are opening with other former
mhm.
high up there, like creative directors, art directors, from these major studios going off and branching on their own now and getting funding or whatever it is to start their own studio and start their own games. So like when we're watching all these trailers and you see, from Marvel Studio Games, and then it's like Joe Schmo. It's a bad example, but like it's like what? Like where did this guy? It's like I feel like every time for the Sonys, for the it's not E3 anymore, but even the Comic Cons or the I don't know what you thought about it. We could probably talk about here in a few minutes, but yesterday's Marvel Disney Pixar game showcase, all
Yeah.
studios that seem brand new and I didn't really know about. So
Yeah,
it's
man. I mean,
an
Disney games
interesting
for real.
time.
Yeah. I think Disney games just kind of sprouted out of nowhere. It wasn't
Yep.
a thing. It just kind of like inclusive, it just made they were developing these games for a long time. And honestly, I think that's the best way to do it, man. It's like, when you're a titan like Disney, you don't really have to announce everything that you're working on, and like until you have product to show. And again, I hate to do this, but this is why I get upset at DC and Warner Brothers half the time. Is I'm just like, guys, you don't have to speak it into the void when it ain't gonna come out anytime soon, and then say it's ready, and then just get rid of it, or stuff like that. It's better for them to work on the game, present something like, and just be like, hey, it's releasing next month or 2 months down the line or whatever. And I think that's a lot better because that Disney game that's a huge hit right now. That's more than Animal Crossing at the moment. Disney Life, Disney whatever it's called. I think it's called Disney Life. It's on Steam right now. I didn't even know that thing he released. Didn't even know. I didn't see a beta. Didn't see an alpha. Didn't see any news on it. It just
Really?
released. Yeah, it's like Animal Crossing. You make your own character, and you go through. You like life is a life sim with all Disney characters, and you solve problems with them, and you build houses. You build your house. It's on Steam. It's
Dreamlight
called like
Valley?
Disney Valley. Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
damn, it's got a really high rating
Oh
too.
yeah, dude, that game, man. My friends are you talking about people talking about Destiny and crack. That game is sniffable. Like these
What?
ladies, yeah, they're man. My friends, one that's pregnant, very pregnant. She's just nonstop playing that game. Like she's like, I can't stop. And then she was like, D23 just dropped more. They already talking about a DLC, a free DLC coming, like already.
Wow.
It just came out, man. Like,
So,
yeah,
yeah, it literally just came out the other day,
yeah,
September 6th. So,
yeah,
Disney Dreamlight Valley is a hybrid between life sim and adventure game
yeah.
rich with quests, exploration, and engaging activities featuring Disney and Pixar friends, both old and new. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
they coming for Animal Crossing's neck, and I'm pretty sure they already got it on the chopping block. Because you can already do a billion different things that you can't do. You build your house, you go inside, you can have other people over, you can customize your avatar, you can unlock all these different Disney characters. There's different themes. I think the first theme is like uh those dead vines from Maleficent.
Oh,
Those
okay.
things are like taking over, where and you have to like do stuff to get rid of them or whatever. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat.
Uh,
Um,
by the way, out there, because it's Saturday. Hi, chat. How you doing? Whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Twitch, listening to us on podcast or VODs and whatnot, feel free to say hi in chat. We got a lot of things to go over today. You can see it on. Am I pointing the right way? Yeah, you can see over there next to Frank's face some of the things that we're going to go through today. We're going to start with some DC news, and then these past starting yesterday it was the D23 Expo, and a lot of news came out from that. We just talked about a little bit about it with Disney Dreamlight Valley. To me, I was a little disappointed with the showcase yesterday for video games, but then Star Wars, Lucasfilms, and Marvel just absolutely destroyed it at their big showcase, which is actually still going on right now.
mm.
So yeah, we got a lot of things to talk about. Feel free to throw questions in chat afterwards, Twitter, MySpace, whatever. We like to talk in our own chats as well. So yeah, we got a couple of things to talk about today.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. And we'll get into it, but it's quite interesting how Marvel does their showcase, blows it out of the water. People are super happy, and then DC cancels,
Yeah,
right? And then has
random.
all this drama going on. Still have Urza drama to this day for some reason. But then Disney comes out of the woodworks and just like, "Bleh," and it's just like, like you ain't have to do it. It's just like, let's go ahead and rub the salt in the wound while we can, and I respect it. I respect the literally the flag domination that's going on. It's like King of the Hill right now when it comes to this stuff, because people can't sleep on Netflix either. Netflix is still dwindling out there. So it's just like Disney's like, you know what? Guys say you don't want a monopoly. Yeah, I'm just gonna eat everything anyway. So it's just like I'm here for it, man. They're putting out really great stuff. DC, Warner Brothers DC, to get into our subject coming up, they're talking about revamping and redoing and everything. They're looking at different things like HBO Max and all these different avenues to be able to do that. I mean, obviously Discovery Plus is not the place. It's like, you know, unless they're gonna do a reality TV with superheroes, I don't think Discovery Plus is gonna be the place. But HBO Max is a
No.
bold choice and a very good choice at that, because Harley and Poison Ivy is in their fourth season apparently, and that's huge, especially for an animated system coming from DC where money is kind of in. So they're doing really well. So moving on to the first topic, DC reveals Joker's real name. I feel like this has been done multiple times. I don't know why I'm not shocked. Like it's just like we knew the story, and I forgot what animation it came from, but we knew the story of Joker being a failed comedian. Um, and he wasn't a bad guy. He just wanted to be funny, and people were very mean to him, bullied him, threw stuff at him. He got beat up on the streets and stuff. So it's a lot from that animation slash comic book. I think it was a comic book and animation that had both of that stuff was put into the Joker show or movie, excuse me. Um, and they of course they exaggerated it a good bit and made him with his mom versus he had a wife or somebody or a girlfriend that he loved very much. And just things happen. And I believe in the animation, it's been such a long time ago since I've seen it. Uh People that he pissed off or hated him came in and took everything away from him, basically. And which turned him into the person he is today. So it's very interesting how they're just like, we're finally gonna reveal the name. I'm just like, didn't we do this song and dance already? Maybe I'm wrong.
They keep on
You know?
going back to the well one too many times. But I guess that's where it comes
Yeah.
from being the current version of it with Flashpoint and how many different universes there are and what Barry Allen is going to do again. That's going to mess things up in the overall DC world, at least in the comic book space, right?
Yeah,
So
I don't know, man.
I mean, even you can have it in the in the movies, right? With what was Joaquin Phoenix's name? Arthur Fleck, I think was his name. I want to say, yeah, yeah. So yeah, it was that was Joaquin Phoenix's in Joker, right? So did they take that from the comic books? I don't think so, but
They took the failed comedian part,
yo, yeah, absolutely.
but not the story itself, but just the failed comedian part was like obviously juiced from
Oh
the
yeah,
original Joker's life. Um, but I'm sick of Joker. I hate to say it, I'm just sick of him. Like it's too much, man. There's so many other DC has so many characters. I don't even think people, and even true DC people, maybe a few, know how many actual characters and villains that DC has because we all, and we talked about this before, we just focus on Batman and the Bat world, and that's it. It's just like when Static Shock gonna get some attention? We got a comic, yay. But when is he gonna get attention? When is like, more Black Lightning gonna come out and or maybe even hell, even Canary, if you really have to go that way, like give the female protagonist a little bit more space other than Wonder Woman. Like there's so many more like Hot Girl and all these people that they show up in these shows and people have no connection, no relations, no thoughts on these people because they don't expand on it. All people care about is Batman and Robin and Superman and all this stuff. I'm not, I was hyped for Black Adam. Now I'm not. So it's just like all this stuff could be
really.
so much better. Yeah, I'm just not really that hyped. I'm gonna go see it because it's Dwayne Johnson. But other than that, if it wasn't him, I'd be passing over that because I'm going in with very low expectations. Believe me, I'm
Okay.
gonna say beyond Morbius low.
Oh
Just
God.
because, yeah, just because I won't crack. But the funny thing is like Morbius may be one of the worst movies ever made, but it gets attention like it's the best. It's
Oh God, it
literally
does. It
everywhere.
does.
And
I know.
they went back in the movie theater and they're on Netflix now. Like it's just like, sometimes that bad stuff happens, but DC can't even pull from that. So I really hope that they take the directors from like Harley and Poison Ivy and just shift them into live action because that's brilliant stuff. Like DC can do the bad jokes. I mean, hell, they have
Yeah.
a thing called bad joke. They can
Yeah.
literally do that. They can do the bad jokes. They can do the cringe, but as long as it's that hardcore, because Harley and Ivy, man, off the start, it's just I was in love. Like the first 5 minutes, I was like, wow, I missed this. I really miss this. Like old Batman. Just imagine if they redid the old school Batman series with that humor and that dark. You
Well,
know?
did I know this is kind of we're already off topic here because that's what that's what we do, but
Yeah.
this whole Warner Brothers Discovery debacle is massive. Obviously, you had the cancellation of Batgirl, and you just brought up something. We were supposed to get a series
Yeah,
by Bruce Timm called Cape Crusade. I think it was
yeah.
supposed to be called Cape Crusader. It was supposed to be like
Continuation
it was
of the old one.
supposed to be a return to Batman the Animated Series. Just um, just now, I guess. Right? I can't think
Yeah.
of the word that I want to use for it, but it got canceled.
Yep.
They're canceling everything right now. They are in Warner Brothers is in dire straits. So much so, I mean, you saw the news. I'm sure many others, and if you haven't, they just pushed back all their movies again because they only have money in hand to release two more movies this year. So Shazam got pushed, Aquaman got pushed again. Like everything got pushed.
We
The
knew
Flash.
Aquaman's gonna get pushed. It literally just changed one of the staple characters to apparently Emilia Clarke, which I can see her in anything, but it's just like now is your chance, guys. Everyone knows that they're dealing with problems, and this kind of goes off of this Joker topic because it's like beating a dead horse as much as you can. It's well, not I want to say a dead horse. I hate that saying. Beating a pinata, and it's like nothing left, and they're just hoping that something pours out because that's literally what it feels like. It's like we have done umpteen amount of Batmans. We make money off of it. That's the only thing that works that we can do. Anything else
Yeah.
we do outside of that fails. And it's like, well, no, the love of comics is not there, and there's a clear difference. I don't care what people say. It's a clear difference between Marvel, MCU, and DCEU is that there's a clear love behind comics versus we have to do something to catch up and make money. So anyway, hope for the best, whatever. Joker, yay, I guess, whatever. I just think now since they're having problems is the time to wipe the slate clean and just start over from scratch. Start where you have a good upbringing, whether if it's 50% and up when it comes to ratings. Go with Batman, if you want to, but whatever. Um, okay, we're gonna move on, I believe. Um, okay, Pennyworth. I thought that show. Speaking of shows that got canceled, I thought it got canceled. Honestly, because Pennyworth has been around for a long time. They're only in their third season, and it's been more than 3 years. I feel.
It does seem like it's been a pretty long time. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's been 5 years for Pennyworth, but I understand pandemic and all that stuff. It's like we all been blipped at the end of the day. Yeah, Pennyworth. Okay, all right, man. There's a cameo with Pennyworth. There's a cameo that you probably not going to expect. You want to talk about it, Matt?
Yeah, I mean Pennyworth is Alfred obviously before he becomes the Alfred that we majority of us know, right? It's kind of like his origin, his upbringing, where he got all his quote unquote smarts from
Mm.
and fighting. And during the trailer, which is very um hippie esque, I don't know, psychedelic, like I don't know what to call it in some instances. Um Yeah, they're just going straight ham with it. I have no idea how they're going to do it or what they're going to do with it, but there is literally a DC character that we've seen in movies and in film, and it's V for Vendetta. It's the Guy Fawkes mask is in there. It's a guy with the black hair that's a wig, and there's creepy people turning with the Guy Fawkes mask on. Like how it's not V for Vendetta. This one shot, like I'm scrubbing the trailer right now to find it. There is one shot where it literally looks like it's just straight up ripped from the movie with Natalie Portman
Probably
and
is.
Hugo Weaving.
I
Yeah,
don't.
it probably is.
You don't.
Like this is
You're not surprised
it's
at
the
this.
hat, like it's everything. This is wild. How does this make sense? Because when does that live in the DC universe? V
I,
for
I
Vendetta?
I didn't
Like
think
are
so.
like no, I don't think so, right?
Yeah.
And
No,
it's a
I don't think
different
so.
time frame too. Like
Yeah,
it's supposed
like
to be
what?
a different. I don't remember the movie as much as I never really dove into the
What
comic books.
city
What
was
was
it?
it?
Was it Gotham? Was it like a countryside of Gotham? I mean, and it's just I feel like people were pulling pennies at this time.
Yeah,
It's
right.
I
Yeah,
was
so
London.
it was in London, and this I believe the show takes place in London too, because that's where Pennyworth's from, Britain, and everything.
Okay. Oh yeah, true, 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 true.
But
That makes okay, okay. Whatever.
yeah, it's I don't know how this is gonna work. It's gonna be interesting to say the least. but I may go back and watch. I
You
may go
know,
back and watch some.
if it's fresh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, at this point with DC, I'm on this point where I'm just rooting for them to have some win, even though I think their win is Harley and Poison Ivy. Like
Yeah.
I think that's their win. I just and they need to stick to animation until they figure out their movie stuff. Well, whatever.
Yeah, it's the
I
only
mean,
thing
like I said,
successful right now. It got greenlit
yeah,
for another season. Obviously, the Flash TV show is finally coming to an end. Stargirl is pretty good, but I mean, it it's CW. You got some cool characters in there. Actually, you got some really cool references to cool characters. Um, Titans was okay on HBO Max. I'm a big fan of the Teen Titans, and I thought it was okay. They definitely could have did things better. But you want to talk about a dark and gritty show? It's dark and gritty. Doom Patrol actually was really fun ride. And the one show that I wanted to see another season of, Swamp Thing, got canceled. That was a fun show. I love Swamp Thing, and they
yeah.
went overboard with it, and I liked it.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah.
it's an interesting, back and forth. But like I said, I'm not canceling is canceling is rough because it's not like they were like, hey, we have these show plans we're going to cancel. It's like, hey, we worked on this, and they have all these people that worked their ass off on this stuff, and we're just going to cancel it. It's just like, do you pay? Do those people get paid? Like, I just wonder what the hell is going on. Like, people again, people got really mad at me when I tweeted out that I wish Disney would just buy DC. But I mean, at this point, come on, like they can buy them and have them independent.
When
It's
you
just
what yeah, I mean, essentially they're all independent. Marvel is independent to Disney. I mean, yes, it's bought and they have a lot of money on hand because of it, but they're run by the same. I mean, literally, Kevin Feige got so fed up with Ike Perlman, where he's like, if you want Marvel to succeed, the universe, I need to work on my own. And they said, okay. And that's where everything kind of escalated to the point where they are today with Disney buying them.
yeah,
Um,
man.
Same thing with Star Wars. It finally took them a little while to figure out what they needed to do. Now that's not as it runs as itself, even though it's owned by Disney, Lucas. Yeah, I mean, they literally don't have money on hand. I can't think of the last time I heard of studios not having money on hand to release like massive triple A studios, publishers, developers. Like that's what you hear that stuff. If it was in video games, the backlash there would be from it. Like
Oh
you'd be
yeah, man.
hearing about like
It
cancels
happens.
canceling and everything like that when it comes to video
Yeah,
games. I
that's
don't know
like
what
canceling God of War right now. Like it's just
yeah.
like yeah, my thing is this: there's so many people out there that wants to be actors and directors, right? Why don't DC hire the fan made people, like people that make fan stuff? They should just hire them and put them in the studio and let them go ham and then direct what they want in and what they don't want in, and like just and hire people like me or someone else that they don't have to pay gazillions of dollars to be in the film. At this point, I'm pretty sure people will watch anything with DC as long as it is decent.
Wait a
You
second.
know, I
You know what?
just
This goes back to a perfect example. Did you ever see and chat? Please let me know if you've seen this, Paul. I want to hear if you heard this, seen this well. Do you ever see the video of Kevin Smith talking to the university about his experience on trying to write for Batman the movie? Did you ever
I
hear
heard
this
about it, but I
story?
haven't seen it. Mm.
So I forgot what the director or producer's name was. Oh my god. But essentially, he was a fan. He got into comic books. They saw Clerks. They brought him in for some reason. And like this is DC and Warner Brothers as a total. I know it's a new era now, but everything you're hearing about is essentially the same thing now. Long story short, they brought him in after watching Clerks because they heard he was a Batman fan to start penning an outline for a Batman movie. He went to this eccentric producer or director's house and he was going through what he wanted to see from the movie, talking about spiders, a big cave. Everyone likes giants and aliens. We can't make Superman fly. Oh no, was it a Superman? It was a Superman movie. Excuse me, not a Batman movie. Sorry, excuse me. It was a Superman movie, not a Batman movie. We're talking about giant spiders. Superman can't fly. What is his name is Cal. I thought it was Superman. Kal-El is his home name. Wait, what is Krypton? Like they had no idea what anything was about. This producer
What?
director. I
Oh,
You can Google this right now. Chat, please let me know if you knew about like it is. It's the I could not crack up more. Like I was in
that's
tears
wild.
because the end line was I was he goes like 2 years later I went to a premiere of a movie with Will Smith in it, and he goes, "I couldn't believe it. Where in the third act, I saw a giant spider come out from the desert. It was Wild Wild West with Will Smith."
Huh.
That's like the director or producer of that. I'm doing a horrible job referencing this, but it was like that's how bad it was. Like they wanted the premise of like Wild Wild West with giant spiders and going into a Superman movie. It was like, what?
Wow,
That,
bro.
and that's what I'm feeling like it is today. Frank, I'm telling you, man, you got to watch this. I'm not doing it justice at all. It is the funniest like 20 minutes because it's so bat shit crazy. You will not
This
believe
is
it.
supposed to have
Yeah,
Nick
there you
Cage,
go.
bro.
There you go. You know what it is.
My
It was
God, thank
Superman. Yeah, it
goodness
was with
it
the
didn't
cage.
come
Yes,
out.
exactly. Thank you. People in
Yeesh.
chat know it. It's the funniest thing ever
Man,
because it's so insane.
Lord D. Yeah, thank goodness that didn't come out. Anyway, we can
Oh
spend
my
all this time on
god.
DC, talking about their interesting ways. But like
I'm
I
gonna go
said,
back and watch it after this.
I think they should just like grab a bunch of people that would just want to be in movies and that's gonna work hard for like half the pay and go for it. I mean, shit, call me up. At this point, anybody can do anyway.
But they were reporting they had their Kevin Feige. Fahey. Is it Feige or Fahey, chat? One or two. One or
Yeah,
two. Feige
Feige.
or Fahey?
It's Feige. It's Feige. Feige.
Feige. Feige?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
number
That's what I
three.
mean. That's what everybody else calls him, and he answers to it. Shit.
Okay. So
Feige.
like they had their guy, right? They had their guy, David Lynn, I believe. He was like even gonna work on the stuff with George Miller's Superman. He heard what they wanted to do. He goes, I'm in. And then David Zaslav, whatever the hell that guy's name is, that's supposedly the CEO right now, changed things and essentially like put shackles on him. He's like, nah, no, I'm out. So they reported it. They pulled that back. And now to kind of end this whole thing, Legendary Pictures wants out. They're already talking to Sony Entertainment and someone else. And oh my God, who is it? Someone else. I think it's someone else, but Legendary Pictures, that's Dune.
Iron
And
Gate.
that's the God, that's monsters, that's the Monsterverse with Godzilla and Kong. If they're out, like, I mean, it's so bad that Henry Cavill, the geek among the geeks, The Witcher, World of Warcraft,
Yeah, man.
Superman, Mission Impossible, he's now pretty much, we believe
He's
he's
Marvel.
Hyperion or something like that in the Marvel universe. They just haven't announced anything yet. Like he's going to Marvel because his love for Superman, they're effing him over. Like,
I
God,
mean, it hasn't been confirmed what we. I mean,
it hasn't been confirmed. Yeah.
hell, they they even state that he may be multiple characters in the Marvel universe. Like,
Yeah.
they're
I've
so
heard
happy to have
Hyperion and
the Beast.
go ahead.
Is what the big rumor is like he's supposed to be an X-Men as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I could see him as Beast 100%. 100%. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, this is glorious. Henry Cavill's Beast. You don't have to put that man in a bodysuit. Dude is just a beast
Yeah,
already. Like, just
right.
do his hair and put some makeup on him, make him blue. Fuck, it's good.
Paint me blue. I'm in.
I mean, if that's a first cast, I'm like, can't wait for X-Men cast. It's
Or
gonna be baller.
Doctor
And
Doom. That would be wild if he was Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom could work too. I mean, he can play
Doctor
anything.
Doom is, I mean, yeah. Phew,
He can
that'd
play
be
anything. If
interesting.
my thing is, if Tom Hardy can play Bane, he can play.
We're also forgetting, like, we look at Henry Cavill and Superman because he's brolic, like he is wide Henry
Yeah.
Cavill. Like when he gets beat, like he got beefed up. You looked at him when he was in, what was it, The Tudors, and what was the movie when it was all about like the Greek gods and everything like that? He was skinny.
Mm,
And like you forget how good of an actor he is. Yes. Like you forget how good of an actor he actually is
yeah.
because of the action movies that he's been in recently. So him being in a Marvel movie like that, it's whew,
It's like I
I
mean,
would love to
it's
see it.
just like Dwayne Johnson. Like you don't have to put a bodysuit on the dude. Like you just put him. You can form fit a suit on him. Make it what he wants. You know, I don't know what it is, man. I think it's ego, pride. But when I'm bringing somebody as big as like Henry Cavill on screen, Dwayne Johnson, people that's got like a lot of history in film and like just a nerd in general and know their
Yeah.
shit, I'm pulling them on the side and be like, hey, I know we got this, but what do you think about this? That's what they did with Chadwick Boseman for Black Panther. I mean,
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler and him discuss things together. I mean, they develop a language together. Like it's just like
That was
this
wild.
is
Yeah,
how
that
you
story.
treat your cast as if they're partners, not as if they're something else. And there's horror stories with Tom Cruise. And he does things, but still, That's one person
Tom
you probably don't
Cruise.
want to do that. But yeah, it's very interesting. All right, moving on. Let's get off of that for now. We're gonna take a
Spiral.
break from all the heat and go into anime. So Chainsaw Man announces a release date finally, 2002. We heard. I mean, 2002. Good lord, 2022. We've heard, we probably heard about Chainsaw Man here and there, and never thought to this day that we'd ever get to see it because it's a pretty wild anime. Pretty wild anime. Um,
So Chainsaw Man, this is
yeah,
where, anime, I get a little bit lost, right? I haven't
mhm,
had a chance to see Dragon Ball's
me neither.
superhero, but I've heard
Heard it was
really
really good
good
though.
things about it. Yeah, I've heard really good things about it. But tell me something about Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, so Fall of 22 anime season is very, very hype because there's a lot of big anime coming out like Tower of God 2 and like um Mob Psycho 3 and like all these big animes that people have been waiting on for years. And then Chainsaw Man got announced. Like, everybody just kind of like, what? Like Chainsaw Man? So people are hyped for this. This is like one of the most anticipated, if not the um, one of the most. I'm gonna say one of the most. I don't like saying the most, but one of the most anticipated animes of the year because it is raw. Like it's going back to that raw, like gory, kind of almost adult anime. Um, so it follows the story of protagonist named Dingy. It's about demons. Of course, we always love that because you can just chop up demons all day and nobody blinks an eye on it. So there's a lot of gore and a lot of blood that's gonna be happening in it. Devils are born
Man,
from the fears of humans. And the more fear that the devil incites, the more powerful it becomes. So it kind of feeds off of that energy. When Digi dies, he makes a contract with a devil in order to be reborn as a human with devil's heart. So it's supposed to be happen. The announcement was supposed to happen during the Anime Expo, whatever. But ultimately they pushed it back. But there is a release date. Do we have that date? Wait, where I lost my notes. Um,
excuse me.
uh, okay, October 11th, which is a lot sooner than I thought when they announced a pushback. I thought it was going to be like next year, honestly. But yeah, nice. Okay, so everybody's really hyped about it. The studio is really good at doing a lot of stuff. Now, only thing that I am very, very, very concerned about was the censoring of it. Anytime somebody gets decapitated, cut in half, or whatever like that, no matter what kind of monster it is, it shows on Crunchyroll for like a month and then they censor it. But they're saying that Mappa has assured everyone anime will not be censored, and Chainsaw Man is gory enough to warrant a late night slot. So that's great because let
So
me
that's
tell
how
you,
they're
man.
getting around it. Okay, cool.
Well, Berserk. Ooh.
I've
when
seen
that
Berserk. I've
Berserk,
seen
well,
that.
even Berserk 2, when the Berserk 2 came out, and that jump was on Crunchyroll, I feel like that's when the censors hit the roof. Like it was bad. Even
No,
I was
no, no,
like,
no,
"Oh
no.
my god, I should not be watching this." Like it was really bad. Um, but like in Goblin Slayer, I mean, like episode 1, it was just like goblins just having sex with corpses. It's just wild. But anyway,
What?
yeah, dude, it gets wild. It gets
Anime
really.
is so
Yeah, they no, they censor. They What they do is they put a black shadow, a heavy black shadow, you know, on the screen. Like it just looks like it's really dark at a certain point. But this one's not gonna be censored. I'm down for that. I think now that how big Crunchyroll has gotten and Sony acquiring it, that was a big win for Sony.
oh yeah.
And they swallowed Funimation, so it's like all this anime on the Sony. Like I feel like having stuff like Chainsaw Man and stuff like that, that's money, man. That's money, baby. That's another subscription under Sony's banner. So I'm just like, stop fooling with like Spider-Man and that whole thing, just that whole idea, and just own what you got. Video games, systems, anime, and those all those other movies they do. Like it's just wild to me that they pour so much money and effort into like things that they don't even need to concentrate on when they have such great. It's like they have the opposite problem of DC. Sony wants to fail. Like I feel like Sony wants to burn their house down. It's just like, hey, Sony, we're gonna give you all of this glory. Just don't f it up. And they're just like, but what if we do? Like it's just, I don't get it, man. But anyway, Chainsaw Man's gonna be awesome. If you want to get into anime, if you thought anime was just like kids and all that stuff, you want to watch Chainsaw Man. Probably could give you a list of other ones to watch, but Chainsaw Man is gonna be dope and is very, very anticipated. Yeah, yeah.
And I guess this goes to chat too. Have you watched a lot of Crunchyroll on the PlayStation or no?
So Crunchyroll was always an app,
Okay.
ever since PlayStation started getting into doing like more entertainment, but it wasn't owned. So I don't know how they're going to. I think that PlayStation is probably going to put Crunchyroll subscriptions into like PS Ultimate or whatever the heck they're going to be calling their new
Okay.
service, which will make sense, and it'll just go up. So instead of you paying $9.99 a month, you probably paying $20 a month or $30 a month, and you get like PlayStation Plus and Crunchyroll and
These lawyer
Funimation. You know,
subscriptions.
because Crunchyroll has different tiers already. It goes all the way up to I think $20 if you really wanted to. It's like it goes from like $10, 15 to 20. And it depends
Wow.
on how many devices you can share all your stuff on. Uh oh, it starts at 5 and goes to 20. Yep. So yeah, so you have like I think I pay $10 and I get 4 devices or 15. I don't
Oh,
even know.
okay.
Yeah, so people can use it at all the same time. And I think the last one gives you 6 devices, and it's just like, I don't really need 6 devices all at once. But it's, yeah, simultaneous, and you can download the anime for
Oh,
offline
that's good.
viewing.
So if
So
you're
it's
gonna
kinda
if you're gonna be traveling or something like that, just
like yeah,
download
yeah,
it
yeah.
all beforehand and you're good to go. Yeah.
Yep, yep. And then Crunchyroll's everywhere. So like I said, it's like their big money makers are right in their face, but they just kinda Sony still wants to be that titan that they thought they were long ago. So hopefully,
Yeah, I'm very how do I want to put it? I'm very like OCD when it comes to things when I'm watching my TV shows, when I'm watching my movies, and I kind of like to separate everything. I'm kind of like the old AV guy where it's like your best in your own like area as
mhm,
far as like a DVD player is separate than a Blu-ray player is separate than Xbox and PlayStation. I'm not going to play movies on like
yeah.
that's how it was. So I was just curious of like how
It's
how
good.
Crunchyroll felt like app wise going through PlayStation, but I forgot it was on there for a while
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
and
run a lot of
I
stuff through PlayStation or Xbox. Yeah.
right, and with the PlayStation 5's technology, even PlayStation 4's technology inside the system for, like, wireless, uh, streaming is pretty decent. PlayStation 5 is being really, really well, but I always say hardcore your stuff anyway, because what you'll notice, even with smart TVs, the quality will change while you're watching, like, you'll see the
Oh
resolution get
yeah.
whatever, but, smart TVs to me is still the way to go. I just if you have a smart TV, you don't need to watch on your PlayStation, but the fact that they have it there PlayStation again, I think PlayStation needs to invest in apps on mobile devices and put all of them under one umbrella. You can do cloud gaming and watch Crunchyroll. And, it's just like all these things that they could be doing. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Black Adam trailer release. Did not watch it. Because I don't want to see it. I'm sick and tired of all these damn okay, like Dwayne Johnson, love you, man. You're an idol and all this stuff. You're great. But god dang, man, we're gonna be watching this whole damn movie before it comes out, bro. Like he and he's so proud of it too. And I feel that. I'm great. I'm grateful for like a person that's really into their character that he's always wanted to play, that people always told him he looked like. That's great. But my God, the trailers, bro. Like there's gonna be another trailer release before this movie comes out. Like it's supposed to come out in October, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, we are 30, 40, 41 days away because it's the 21st. Math?
yeah.
41, 42, depending on how many days are in September. So yeah, yeah, 41 days away, if math serves me correct. And we're getting another trailer. And we're probably gonna get another one too right before it for like the movie release trailer, like they do,
Final
just like they do
trailer.
games. Yeah. It's yeah. I watched it. I watch all the trailers. I don't care. I like watching trailers. It hypes me up. I like watching the reaction of the people with the reaction videos. It's like a inception of reactions with me. Um, you do get more of it. I like you said, I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna enjoy it. Um, I'm
I
not
hope
going in
you
with
enjoy
major expectations. I will say the one thing that does get me excited, just because I love the actor and the character is very unique and crazy character. I want to know how they're actually going to portray him as
Oh,
Dr. Fate and Pierce
yeah.
Bronson. Like
That's
I'm
great. The
The
outfit,
CGI looks great. The
yeah,
outfit looks really cool. It's
yeah.
comic book, but not comic book. And I mean, he looks great. Obviously, as Black Adam too. I mean, he fits it. I mean, is it gonna the thing that gives me hope is though it's DC, it's not produced by Warner Brothers. It's $7 and
It's his play. It's his
Universal or something like that.
yeah,
It's
it's
not it's
DC.
not yeah, it's not Warner Brothers under the DC umbrella.
Pretty
It's
much
just
the same studios, I mean, including his own, but
yeah.
I think it is Universal. I mean, they almost all his movies. It's with the same people, and that's not a bad thing because these people know how Dwayne Johnson operates and knows what he
Yeah.
wants. Knows, and he's behind the camera too when he's not on screen. It's good. I just don't want him to play on the people's eye thing again. Like I just want him to grow past that. I feel like it's in every damn movie he's got to turn around and like lift his eyebrow up or something. I really hope he gets into Black Adam character. I was pretty hyped for what they showed at DC, whatever what was it?
Fandom?
Fandom, yeah, fandom, excuse me. Uh
Fandom.
Last year or the year before last, can't tell time anymore. I was kind of excited about that. I was like, damn, that looks really good. Cause when the rock is choking you, man, how do you sit there and not enjoy it, as a person? But it was really good. It was really good. I thought it was really dope seeing him just like it's a powerhouse of a dude, just kind of like go all out. It's pretty dope.
Yeah,
Not
they
all
weren't
out.
showing anything. They were showing like concepts, and he was
Yeah,
talking over about his passion. He's like,
right,
I'm gonna take over the D. What was he? What did he say? I'm gonna take over the DC. No, I'm gonna turn the DC upside down.
yeah,
The
yeah.
hierarchy in DC is about to change. It was like, oh,
Right, right.
okay,
Like today is
okay,
gonna be that day will be the day. But great, then let me hunger for it, man. Like
yeah.
I understand that trailers are there for marketing reasons to get people hyped about stuff, but it's like you only need a teaser trailer and one trailer. That's it. Like you don't need a teaser trailer, a teaser of the real trailer, then the real trailer, and then a real trailer teaser of the actual movie trailer, finalized trailer. Like, good lord, man. Like you just don't need it. You
Did
know?
I mean as we transition but into D23 and what we're seeing today, is Marvel doing that now? Like I'm trying to think because I remember us talking last year,
Not really.
we're like, where's our Spider-Man trailer? Like we're like 2 months away and we still haven't gotten it
Yeah.
yet. I
They
feel
held on
like
to that shit.
we got the teaser trailer and then we got the main trailer, and then when released, we got the trailer. And I think they did the same with Thor Love and Thunder. I think
Yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah. Just a
transitioning to
release
that
trailer, right. The
because
release
like
trailers to get you in the theater. It's like, this is the biggest movie of the year. This is why.
yeah.
And that
Yeah,
makes sense, you know?
but prior
So
to November 11th, let's say for Wakanda Forever, like
we'll probably get one more trailer for sure. And
I'm
that's about
I'm
it.
I'm I'm okay with just that one trailer because that one trailer is like the greatest trailer of all
Yeah.
time. I
Yeah.
don't
And
care.
they're doing a lot of reshoots. I mean, literally, if they do another trailer, honestly, I want that trailer to be 11 seconds and they just show the claw. That's it. And I'm
And
good.
then the Wakanda Forever name.
I'm good.
I'm
I'm like,
good.
oh,
I'm in.
yeah, like it's good. I think yeah, Marvel trailers that Marvel used to be just as bad. I'm not saying, I know
Oh
it always seems
yeah.
like I'm fanboying for Marvel, but honestly, Marvel was just as bad. I mean, Iron Man had like a gazillion trailers. At one point, I didn't even know if we were watching a movie or the trailer anymore. But they gotten better because they found their niche. They found their flavor and how to get people in the building. And I mean, shit, we might even see it to where Marvel just releases stuff and you don't even know that it was a trailer to begin with. They have so much coming down the window. But yeah, Black Adam. Yeah, it's next month. I mean, shoot, I'm gonna watch it. I mean, who isn't gonna watch it? It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great to see a DC film that's not Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
All
I mean,
right.
if you're a fan of anything right now, I mean, this is the best time to be alive right now. Between Game of Thrones, between Ring of Honor. I watched Thor: Love and Thunder. For those of you who don't know, that's actually out. Speaking of Disney Plus
Yeah,
and
I need to still
Disney,
watch it.
Thor: Love and Thunder is available to stream digitally on Disney Plus. And if you don't have a subscription or if you want to try it out, another Gmail account maybe. It's a dollar
Yeah,
ninety
like
nine for the
7 days
first month,
trial.
so you
Yeah,
can watch everything essentially for binge
support
for the next like 30 days or whatever for $2, everything on Disney Plus.
so much.
But yeah, I watched Thor: Love and Thunder the other day. I really enjoyed it, but
It's good.
that leads into a lot of different things that happened
Yeah.
yesterday and today.
All right. So yeah, we're getting into D23. To open up D23. I just want to talk about this.
Yeah,
I'm loving Disney right now because Disney is on that I don't give a mode right now. Right? They literally are. She-Hulk release, bro. She-Hulk was twerking. I didn't see the episode yet, but I saw that, and I'm like, I'm here for it, but because it's appropriate for what is going on in She-Hulk so much. Like, I'm digging this Disney more, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate and flack for this. I don't care, I'm just saying. I love the fun route that they're
Yeah.
taking
Oh
because it's
yeah.
just like the She-Hulk isn't the Hulk. It's just like we're living in a moment and Disney's having fun on all broad shoulders of what they can do. And it's just great. And I just love how Disney is literally smushing it in the haters' faces, man. They put out they put out a new poster for She-Hulk, and it was her and Megan Stallion mid twerk. I lost it. I was like, let's fucking go, Disney. Don't
I
care,
love it.
baby.
I love it. Yep.
D23, we do twerking She-Hulks, and that's how we do it. Like it was literally a post-credit scene, whatever. And people are acting like it's like the opening scene to like the new Avengers movie. I just it just baffles me how people can't have fun anymore. Like you know, they rather sit there and complain about a female protagonist or T'Challa not being alive. Like they rather complain about this stuff, than to just sit there and enjoy.
How many episodes into She-Hulk are you now? 2?
I think I'm behind. No, yeah, I think I'm 2 in. Yeah, I think I'm 2 in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they just
I'm
finished
letting it build up.
episode 4, so
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
just
if
letting
you
it build
think
up.
if you think like the beginning of She-Hulk, I think it was episode 1 where
I
she
heard
did
this
all.
latest one was like
Oh no,
people
like
going
I
ham on
think
it.
each episode has progressively gotten better, and this last episode I thought was amazing. Like
Yeah,
every
yeah.
Disney show that
I
every
hear.
Marvel show that comes out, every episode it goes in, I like it even more and more and think it's even better than the last series, right?
All right.
Um, but when they everything that you just talked about, they showed it in the first episode where they showed all like the tweets and the comments, like
Yeah,
She-Hulk. What is a woman taking on a man's name? Why can't she
yeah.
be something else? We already have a Hulk. Like they lean into it, and I love it. I love how
Yeah,
she claps back and Marvel claps back at all
yeah.
that,
It's a
and they
fourth
do
wall,
they do some good
fourth,
stuff in
fourth
the next
wall
2
break and
episodes.
clap
Yeah,
back. Yeah, it's great. I
and
love it. And
Marvel,
Nigga's
excuse
the
me.
perfect person. I think she's a perfect person for it, 100%. Because she claps back in interviews. She's like, I'm a huge Megan Style fan. They told me I get to do this.
Yeah.
I was 100% doing it. And they everyone thought that shit was just CGI. Nah,
Mhm.
fam, that was mocap, baby. Like she was on her
He was
back.
there doing it. Yep.
Bro, I saw the the mocap outfit and she was just like pop. I was like, yo, all right. Say Tatiana, what's her name? Tatiana?
Tatiana Masali. We keep on messing up this name up. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm here for you, baby girl. Do your thing. I love it. I freaking love it. Anyway, all right, let's go into it. All right, starting off, Bad
Yeah, there's
Batch.
a lot.
Bad Batch season 2. Hell yeah, thumbs up for that. Bad Batch is dope as hell. I mean, January 4th, 2023. Perfect time. Coming off of the start of the year. We get Bad Batch in there. A lot of people didn't even think Bad Batch was coming back because like news was kind of shady on it. But I mean, seeing it coming through, I'm down for it. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up for that. That's great. What a way to bring in a lot more people that miss Clone Wars and stuff. Like honestly.
Yeah. It's a great
uh
bridge, and it's a great story for us nerds, or like you want to bring kids in and have some fun watching some Star Wars too. Watch 1 and 2, season 1 and now season 2 coming
yeah.
out in January.
And
It's
watch
uh
and catch up on the
it's
Clone
definitely
Wars.
nice. Yeah.
100%. Do Clone Wars because as our next thing, Tales of Jedi animated, followed by Ashoka and Count Dooku for 3 episodes each. All episodes were released October 26th. This October?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Star Wars Visions. I forgot when Visions came out, but I want to say it's unless it came out this year and my timing's all
Yeah,
all
yeah,
off.
yeah. Oh yeah,
But
Star Wars Visions. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but I
Yeah,
like
but
I like when they're doing these like short animated things and they're just popping right away. Like I like
yeah.
how they're giving this all at once, and they gave us Groot, all the Groot ones all at once as
Oh
well.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
pretty much coming right off of Andor in 2 weeks. Once that's done, we'll have Tales of the Jedi, which follows Ahsoka. It's gonna be 6 episodes, so Ahsoka's got 3
Yeah.
and Count Dooku's got 3. And there, some of these things have trailers or not. I'll let you know. So like Tales of the Jedi has a trailer. So if you want to go watch the trailer on Twitter, on YouTube, you can go check it out right now. Bad Batch, they showed footage, but they didn't release the trailer online. And from what
Right.
I saw of Tales of the Jedi, it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. It's one of those for all ages types things, but for us going into Ahsoka, the series presumably next year, and wanting to know more about Dooku, because if you don't know, Count Dooku is a
It was layers.
very interesting
Onion.
character. It's
A lot of
gives you
people don't
some
give him
good
credit for
stuff. Yeah.
it. He's very powerful too. A lot of the movies you watch and stuff like that kind of ride Dooku off as like some failed person on both sides, but nah, man, like this, he's a very powerful Jedi. I want to say gray, because you can argue both ways. Him being
Yeah.
Sith or gray, but I think he's a very powerful gray, sure. And the big ass news, Mandalorian season 3. I mean, people are literally losing their shit for this. Like, I'm playing Destiny, and people coming in like, Mandalorian 3's. Yeah, I know, I understand. Watch the show later. Like, I get it, like, and yeah, and the official quote is, "You are no longer the Mandalorian." Big old question marks, big question marks. What's going on? What's happening? Mandalorians, I think, is the catalyst. It has been since, yeah, the catalyst to get things started.
Oh
Back up
yeah.
for Star Wars. So we're gonna see a lot of stuff start popping off with that. So I highly suggest you just get started. And like I said, watch Clone Wars before Ahsoka drops. And then Andor and all that stuff is coming through. So it'll be great.
Oh,
Uh
and from what I saw, Tales of the Jedi as well. That
yeah,
that
yeah,
definitely looks very
yeah.
Clone Wars and uh um yeah, it looks very Clone Wars esque. But
They're doing
it's
justice to what we wanted in movies that they just never gave
oh
us.
yeah,
So it's like,
absolutely.
and I like this. When you're young, when you're younger, when you see food in front of you, you just want to eat, like, right. You just want to consume as much as you can because you think it's gonna go away. But when you get older, you start to consume in very desirable portions, and I think that's kind of what's going on with Star Wars, is that they're giving us these very delightful portions that we can eat, and not only just eating stuff our mouths and wait for the next one, we can digest it and think about it and then move on to the next one. I think Disney. I just really am just blown away by Disney. People hate Disney. I think anybody hates big franchises, monopolies, or whatever. Just hate them because they just feel like you're not going to get much out of anything else. And I remember how many people, when they acquired Marvel and they acquired Star Wars, I mean, people were just upset. But Disney's, I feel like they're doing it the right way. They're the umbrella, but they're just kind of letting them just thrive, man. And
Yeah.
and the money's just raining in, and Mouse is just sitting there with his feet up, like, I'm gonna hold another convention because I want to. Like, it's great.
The mouse is Emperor
Um,
Palpatine meets Mr.
yeah,
Burns, just like
they
excellent, do
actually
go, do.
they actually did a meme, Disney themselves, with him in a black in a Palpatine, yeah, and he was a Sith. I can't, I gotta remember how to find
Oh
that.
man,
So,
it's so good.
um, oh my god,
They definitely, you know what I love coming out of. So for Star Wars specifically, coming out of what was the Star Wars convention called that they had a couple of months ago? Star Wars
uh,
Celebrations,
yeah,
excuse
yeah,
me.
yeah, Celebration, yeah.
Everyone was pissed, including ourselves. We're like, it was Willow. It was Willow. Like that's the only thing that we came out of it. We got no trailers for anything.
Yeah, man.
They did fan service and they gave us the Mandalorian trailer that was on the black web that now you can actually find now pretty much everywhere. You got Tales of the Jedi, you got Bad Batch. They did give us a couple of pictures, but no video of Skeleton Crew with not Orlando Bloom, not Joaquin Phoenix, Dumbledore. What? Oh my God, what is his name?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sherlock Holmes. Oh my God, why can't I think of his name?
I forget, but I know he's talking about. You just say
Yeah,
Dumbledore.
yeah. Well, he was just Dumbledore. That's where I was getting
Yeah,
it from. I can't think of his name. The actor from it, Robert Downey Jr.'s Holmes,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sherlock Holmes. Anyway, yeah. So they gave us that, and they did give us a new Willow trailer. I'm a big fan of Willow. The new Willow trailer's out. If
Dude,
you want to go check that out,
Willow's
look at
dope.
it.
It's the
It's
same dude, isn't it?
oh yeah, yeah. It's him.
He hasn't
It's
aged. He's
awesome.
still like that little curly hair guy running around. I was like, what the? Did he preserve him? Put him on ice? Like he's a real
Yeah,
Steve Rogers?
right.
Okay. Dude looks exactly the same. Pretty awesome.
And
And I'm so
then
happy that kids get to see what we
oh
grew up
yeah.
with.
Oh
That to me is
man.
wow. And Willow, bro. That was
And it
anyway.
looks so good. And it looks so good too. It could be
Really does.
so bad, but it looks so good. And then once that was done, then the king, Kevin, then the
Yeah.
king came out, my man, and they started with something very interesting.
I mean, it's been talked about.
Yeah. In
You know,
memeing and jokes though. I
that's
didn't see
Marvel
it.
though. Like, I love it. I love this thing, this culture that's been like deep rooted into Marvel lately. Is like, if the fans want it, we'll deliver. Like it's like, what's her name? Agatha. You know, the Agatha song made a hit.
Yes.
People were making remixes like, all right, I'm gonna do
Just
Agatha show.
Agatha all
Like, you
along.
know,
Yep,
the
yep.
Rogers musical, freaking we don't where is it? We want to see it for Christmas. Well, all right, well, here you go. Here's the Rogers musical. I'm here for it. I hope they have the same cheeky cast that they had before, and I hope they're just flamboyant as they were in the
Oh,
show.
yeah.
I
Get
hope
the same people, like, I
I
don't care,
will
just
buy,
do it.
dude. I'll buy tickets if I can. If it's in New York, I might just scoop some tickets and go. Like
Yeah,
100.
that's the
percent
one thing I may have missed because, unfortunately, this presentation wasn't live, and I was getting my news from 2 different
Is
people.
coming. It's coming.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it's a I don't know if it's just gonna be a musical like Hamilton, how they well, that was a musical on Broadway. I don't know if it's gonna be straight to Disney Plus or it's actually gonna be like a Broadway show. I don't know that.
Both. Probably
I
be
hope it
live.
like, I
They'll
think it'd
film
be
it.
awesome, yeah.
Yeah, film it live and then throw it on Disney Plus. I mean, why not both? Make that money.
Exactly, why not? Why
Wakanda
not?
Forever footage shown and Ironheart. I didn't watch any more Wakanda Forever footage. I don't want to see any anymore.
This
I
was
got
yeah.
I got everything. You know, like I just Ironheart snapping out the Ironheart. Okay, I felt like that was a little. But then again, I'm a guy that already knows. But I was just like, okay, we understand. Like, if you don't know, there's an Ironheart for your ass. Like, it's just okay. But I get it. I get it. It's not going to be well, bad news is, Matt, our hopes got shot down. I mean, no Robert Downey Jr. on that. Is we now Shuri is her mentor instead of Robert Downey Jr. And I think it fits the MCU better than what it could have. I just miss RDJ. you know,
I mean, there's still a lot of
Still hope.
stuff.
Yeah,
There's
there's still
still a lot of stuff that could happen. Let's just say
there
that.
is.
I will never say never at this point when it comes
I
to
mean, he did
anything.
hate,
It's unlikely, but
so I don't
there's
know.
there's things there's things over the next couple of years that he could voice face something he could pop in
I
on.
will say this: is I want to say an 80% chance that he's definitely going to come back in something, but it may not be what we want. Because he
Yeah.
stopped saying no to you never know what happens. So to me, that's him under contract without saying yes. And if anybody knows how to bounce around the NDA, is Robert Downey Jr. Okay, where we at? Lord, there's a lot. Anthony Ramos will be playing the Hood, misfit that takes in other misfits and sounds like an anti-hero. Or I guess
Yeah,
another
he's
Robin Hood story.
yeah, he's gonna be in that runs off the brief footage that they shown of Ironheart. They just started production on it a couple of weeks, so it's been filming for a few weeks. So they brought him out there. If you don't know who Anthony Ramos is, he's an awesome actor. He was in he was in Hamilton. He
A
was
lot of
in what was that other movie that just recently came out over the past year that was very musical esque that was based in like New York City as well. That was actually pretty cool. And he's a fantastic actor. So he's playing the Hood. He's playing the Hood in there, and it's pretty cool because the Hood is an interesting character. And this just goes back to we got Moon Knight now. We'll talk about it in a few minutes. We're getting Werewolf by Night. We're getting not these major A characters, but they're bringing them in and with the right actors and the right story. And we want to know more, and
oh,
we're
you
having
guys.
fun with it.
Yeah. Uh yeah, sure. Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
very he's just another piece of diversity that gets plugged into the whole scheme of things, and I love it. It's I just man, it's like Marvel's just hitting everything, dude. It's like things that you just don't even think about like coming out or who you would see. I'm just like, okay, sure. Like at this point, I'm just like, all right, that's great though. The Hood, let's go. Paul Rudd describes Quantumania as bananas. At the end of the day, it's Paul Rudd. So I don't get really excited when he says stuff like that because that's something he would say anyway. It's just like a thing. But I like Paul Rudd a lot. And Ant-Man footage ended with Kang asking Scott to team up, and Scott denies Kang, and then Kang pins him against the wall with telekinesis. So, I mean, no surprise here, but cool.
This
That's all I
is
gotta say.
this is I mean, we all know who, or majority of us know who Kang it is and his presence and how crazy he could get.
Yeah.
And I'm trying. We all knew Thanos too, just by name, and we knew that they were going to do the Infinity Stones and everything, right? But we really started
Thanos is
getting a
still
taste
king.
of him. When did we start getting the taste of him in the MCU, though? Like we know, like this
Thor.
is,
Thor 1, actually. Thor
you know,
1?
in Guardians of the
Thor
Galaxy we
2.
did, but that was a little bit
Thor 1.
later when we got.
Remember ugly great face Thanos
Yeah,
with
that
the
was the
helmet
end
on?
credit scene. It was the end
Yeah,
credit scene.
yeah, yeah.
But in Guardians of the Galaxy, though, we also got the he was in the movie with because he told what's his face, the purple guy with the hammer, like you
Yeah, yeah,
defy
yeah.
me, I'm gonna smash you. And he was like,
Right,
oh
right,
shit,
right.
okay. Like this is gonna be that movie, and it's going to be even more over the top because
Bigger.
he's the
Yeah.
he's the main, he's the
Yeah,
main,
I mean, he's
and
already been established as, "Oh my god, this dude can literally make realities." Okay, what? And
yeah,
then, like and you're like and that was the good king. The king that was just like, "I don't wanna do this anymore, king." He's like, "If you kill me, yeah, it's nothing else we can do." And, and here we go. Here we
yeah,
go.
he
This
who
king ain't gonna F
remains.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, he remains propped himself up as the good, corny guy who was trying to save everybody. And everything that was said at Comic-Con and now today with the footage that was shown, this Kang is the Kang that we're gonna see is nuts. Like
Yeah,
the
I don't
the the bad Kang, and I'm all for it. And
I think
man, I like Majors. Majors is an insanely
oh,
good
yeah, yeah.
actor.
I just really hope that
Jonathan
they go
Majors.
ham with it because Thanos I don't feel like I mean, Thanos was big and Thanos was really scary, but we didn't really get the harp on Thanos. Kang, you marinate on the idea that this man creates realities and can destroy them. How in the hell are the Avengers gonna do anything? Like like the OG
Right?
Avengers have the most experience is gone. What we got kids and people that are just getting into powers. Like you get to marinate on that until 2023. 2024. Shit, right? Yeah, you get to marinate on it for the end of this year, the rest of next year, because it has to develop everything first.
Yep,
In
2024.
2024, you get to your new Avengers, and but the characters that they're actually pushing. I mean, I saw Sparks of Nova at some point, so we're getting these really hard hitters. People are bringing back Captain Marvel back into the light. The Kree are coming back in, like all these little things going on. We have all these little sub fights that's going to be happening all around and then you have street level stuff going on. So now we're getting all these massive plots together, which I love because we get to break away from the Avenger train over and over and over again, which can't get old. It's just like, oh, how will the Avengers, pick up? So anyway,
And the one thing I like about this, and I have my one complaint about Thor: Love and Thunder, but I'll wait until you watch it.
Mm.
We have the big bad now. Thanos was 99.9999% CGI, right?
Yeah,
Actually, no, it
yeah,
was 100% CGI. What am I saying?
yeah. Well, I
Um,
mean, you could say 99, but just because of
but
mocap.
but but Kang, he's
Yeah.
not a big giant alien.
Have you
He's
seen him lately, though?
no, he's bro, dude. What's his
Bro,
face?
he's
Shang Chi.
huge now. I
Dude,
was like,
Shang.
what the
What's his? What's Simu Lee reposted the tweet. He's like, "Oh, the
yeah, he
Avengers are."
was just like,
I was like,
bro,
"Ah."
how we gonna fight this man? I love Steven Lee.
He's
He's such a
awesome.
leader. But yeah, like seeing him in Loki, and then seeing him, I was like, bro, it's like night and day,
Yeah.
bro. I was just like, oh, he's not even done. That's the beginning of his transformation, not the end.
Oh yeah, this just started. Yeah, this is at the
I
end.
was just like, I ordered my workout machine.
Yeah.
Like this dude, he looked like, and then the look he had on his face, bro.
He
Because
looks
he
like
was
he was
like
about
mid
to
workout, so he's just
punch
like
somebody.
adrenaline, yeah, testosterone pumping. This man just became a manly man. It's just gonna be wow. It's gonna be. I'm telling you, I think he's like six something anyway. So he's gonna be.
He's a tall dude.
He's
He's
gonna be
not.
a beast.
He's a big guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I get
I'm
what
really
I was
excited.
saying with that though is it's gonna be cool to see like human versus human because he's not an
Yeah,
alien.
yeah,
Even
yeah,
though he's
yeah, yeah,
big
yeah.
and there are gonna be CGI things with him, but it's human face,
His
human body. It's not
expressions will be
7 feet
crisp.
tall or 100 feet
Yeah,
tall.
yeah. He
I
might be.
like that. Well,
He
maybe,
might
yeah. I mean, yeah, you never know.
King.
But it's yeah, it's gonna be fun. That one's
Hey,
gonna be fun for sure.
Werewolf by Night trailer, black and white shots. The Man Thing trailer was very campy and grindhouse campy. I'm not that. I throw it up in the air. It's like, all right, cool, whatever. Maybe, maybe not. It's not something I'm super excited about. Secret Invasion, that's a different story. We finally get to see it was Samuel Jackson, yeah, right?
Mother
He had he had a he had an eye.
Yeah. Huh? Meh,
Enough
meh,
said that part. Go watch
meh.
the trailer. That's all I'm gonna say. Samuel looking good. I think Samuel been hitting the gym too. Seeing all these old fellas like get back in shape and like these guys that are 40 plus make me feel real good soon. I was just not to be off topic. I was just watching Terrell Owens run a 4.4, bro.
Yeah, right, dude?
48
What?
years old and looking like a damn chopped up man. There's hope for me still. Like I could go back to my high school. I mean, my college days. Man, I'm so excited. Anyway, yeah, Secret Invasion looks dope. I want me a good old like agent. We haven't really gotten that. And we could say Black Widow, but that wasn't really agenty for me. That was like superhero stuff. I want that old agent, like put the clues together, F someone up, mind screwing them left and right. Cause we don't know what happened to Nick Fury because that wasn't Nick Fury in Spider-Man.
Yeah,
So
no, yep.
we now we get to find out what's going on. Man got new eyeballs and stuff. Like, where were you? Was he with Captain America? Like, I mean, Captain America. Was he with Captain Marvel? Like, well, what's going on? So there's a lot to. Is he the one that organized the big meeting? Does he knows stuff that not even Shield knows because he's been trusted. And it's really, we talk shit about the Captain Marvel movie, but the Kree or people he's helping in general, they gave him secrets long time ago that he's been using to this day.
Yeah.
So that relationship's always been there because he had people on speed dial. And th- whoever saw She-Hulk, that weird freaking interaction, hello? Question marks.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
just saying that weird interaction with the fucking spaceship coming out of nowhere, making them crash. So random. It just flew out. I mean, there's a lot to be had there. So a lot of unfolding coming our way.
Yeah,
Uh
there was a couple of trailers, obviously Werewolf by Night we just talked about, and we just talked about Secret Invasion. The Secret Invasion trailer is really good. It's like it reminds me of Falcon and Winter Soldier, how it's very much like an action,
yeah.
but like we have to go undercover because of all these things. Like it's very Jason Bourne. I know
Mm.
we talked about this with Andor when you watch it, just because we know
Oh man,
where
I
it
can't
ends
wait
off
for
with Rogue
Andor.
One,
Oh
right?
yeah,
What?
man. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, but like that trailer,
That's
like if you watch Secret Invasion, it doesn't feel like Marvel. Like it feels like a spy. Like She-Hulk felt like a sitcom lawyer
yeah,
show.
yeah.
This feels like a spy action drama that's going to unfold, and I like it. I'm all
I love it.
for it. And
Yeah.
some of the scenes that they showed with oh my god, what's that actor's name? Who was the main leader of the Kree in Captain Marvel movie? I love him as an actor. He was also
Oh
in
yeah, yeah.
wait, wasn't he in Rogue One?
Was he in what?
No, what was he in? The actor?
Uh,
Secret Invasion. The white the white guy. The main white guy who got force choked by Darth Vader. Don't let your ego whatever. Ben Mendelsohn. Talos, he played. Yeah, Ben Mendelsohn. He was also the bad guy in Ready Player One. What Star Wars movie was he in? Yeah, he was in Rogue One. He was the main
yeah,
baddie
yeah,
in
yeah,
Rogue
yeah,
One.
yeah.
Thank
I
you.
know
Yeah.
you
Yeah. He comes back, and there's a scene at the end of it where it's like, oh, this is where we're going with it. That trailer's amazing. I can't
yeah.
wait for it. It's back. Yeah, it's awesome. I can't wait.
Good stuff, man. Good
I'm
stuff.
sorry.
No problem. It's great. Like we need it, and I think it's a great space. Past all the superhero stuff to get that really dark espionage type feel.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see here.
exactly what it feels like. Yep.
So I guess this is kind of some news and drama. So every presenter at D23 have been reading off of a
Yep.
teleprompter. When Kevin Feige walked on the stage, they turned it off, and he's been presenting for over an hour.
Well, he presented for well over. I think it went into 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, was Kevin Feige. When you enjoy your job and you do it effing well, you don't need nothing. Like I think people are so content with seeing him. I mean, they're probably more happy seeing him than they are seeing the president at this point. It's just like it's just like Kevin Feige. You're gonna get something. Like every time he comes on stage, he slaps you in the face and then stares at you. It's like I got news. We there's so much he can give us. Like every time we're like, I wonder we're gonna get there. We're gonna get Wolverine. We're gonna get Squirrel Girl. We're gonna get like we literally just, and then he's
Fantastic
just like,
Four.
"Blah," and you're just like, I didn't think of that, but I want it. So it's just I don't know. Fantastic Four. Yeah, Fantastic
Yeah,
Four,
I
man.
mean, just to think of it, like I've done a lot of public speaking. You yourself, obviously, and we're streamers, right? But like when you have to go on stage and talk about, for I think it was about 2 hours, close to 2 hours, or even a little over 2 hours. He was on stage for, no, one to two. It was like an hour and a half. Excuse me, it was an hour and a half, going over everything we just talked about and a couple of more things, and not having a teleprompter for it. Like this is a man who does his job too well, in a good way for us.
Yeah,
And I'm in for it.
he's and
I'm
he's
in for it.
and I mean, you kicking ass when you legit are making 10-year plans at a time.
And we know it's more than 10 years too. It's
I mean, how
just,
old is he? It's like, oh man, it's so good. It's so good. But yeah, and then going into Captain America 4, New World Order, and we're gonna have a new Falcon. So that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. I'm not
yeah.
gonna get too much in. We only got a few more minutes to go. So go ahead. What you gonna say?
Yeah, no, but with Fantastic Four, we already we knew John Watts was going to be it,
Oh
but
yeah.
he had to back out because he had other plans. But we now have the new director, which I think we talked about last time, but it was
Yeah, WandaVision.
official today with Matt Shackman, which recently he actually directed all 9 episodes of WandaVision. So
Thumbs
when you
up.
talk about a story telling, you talk about action, you talk about drama, you talk about CGI. I mean, talk about four people that fit it. And you directed four people, the two kids, Vision and
Yep.
Wanda.
He got it. He
It
got it.
fits. It
He
fits.
got it.
Like I'm
That show
for
was
it.
awesome. Yeah, that
And
show was
I
awesome.
don't know if they did it before, but I'm just seeing this now on Marvel. They say that it'll officially be in theaters November 8th, 2024. So we have to wait 2 years. I don't remember if we knew that or not. I honestly don't remember,
I
basing out of Comic-Con.
feel
I feel like
like
we
they didn't.
did.
Yeah, they didn't put. I don't think they put a date on Fantastic Four. I think it was just 2024 for Fantastic Four or something like
Yeah,
that.
maybe it was like fall 2024, maybe, but they have a
Yeah,
date now. So,
it's
but who
cool.
knows? Things
Cool.
can shift.
I'm good with waiting. They're giving me too much stuff to begin with. Like Fantastic Four is gonna be that's another like huge franchise to go off of because I mean it's not the Avengers, it's Fantastic Four. They have their own shit to deal with.
Yep.
And of course it's gonna loop all in the end game, but whatever. Um, yeah. So Thunderbolts.
This one got me. This one,
Yeah,
this one got me. I'm intrigued. I'm very much intrigued by it.
I'm intrigued by it too because of certain people that's there.
Yes.
Because I thought for sure that Yelena and uh Katie were going to be a thing. But okay. Um
But who
Thunderbolts is
knows when
interesting.
this take place? But who knows when this takes place, right? So
Red
with
Guardians coming down.
yeah, so with the Thunderbolts, that was kind of like the last thing they left off with for the show. And they showed you can look for it too. There's a piece of concept art for the key shot of the
Yeah,
Thunderbolts, and it's Julia Louise Dreyfus, aka Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. I just love saying that name. She's back.
hilarious, bro.
She's all
Yeah.
the way to the left. Next to her is Ghost. It took me a second, but Ghost was Ant-Man and Wasp's bad girl, the one that was
Yeah.
like stuck in the quantum. She was
Yep.
also in a lot of other good movies. She's a really good actress, the actress that plays her, but it's Ghost. Yelena Belova,
Mwah, mwah.
your ex girlfriend, comes back.
Flo,
Uh,
Flo. Flo is my girl.
Red Guardian,
I'm down
Bucky,
for it.
aka Winter Soldier,
That's the one I'm
Taskmaster,
just
and
like,
US Agent. This is a
Taskmaster, I'm fucking
very
used.
interesting group. Like there's some of them. US Agent makes sense. Um, um, Yelena, I'm kind of like, I don't understand it based off what we just saw. So maybe it's before. I don't know. Before Hawkeye, they may do back. I like Red Guardian. Give me more Red Guardian. I loved him. I loved him.
Mm.
And hearing that him and Bucky are going to be in
No.
the same year. But like, where does Bucky come in on this? Like, how does Bucky how is Bucky part of the Thunderbolts? I don't get that. I don't get that. So it's
Bucky
intriguing.
makes
It's
sense
intriguing
because
to
of
say the
US
least.
agent. Maybe he was, yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna find some stuff out in Captain America. I think that's probably when everything is going to start making more sense because he's obviously going to be in Captain America. So,
I mean,
um,
it's named New World Order for a reason.
yeah. Thunderbolts is probably going to be a thing because the Avengers are not around. Maybe they just taking things in their own hand, and it's like we're taking justice in our own hand the way we want to do it versus like having to answer the government. Blah blah blah. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's the thing. We'll see. Kevin Feige also jokes that Winter Soldier is the most mentally stable person on the team. I don't agree with that. I think Yelena is, but okay. All right. I think Bucky's still trying to stop killing people by words triggering whatever.
Just
But
think of the
anyway,
just think of the conversations between him and Red Guardian. Like he has to listen to all of the Captain
they're
American
like,
stories from Red
I've
Guardian.
been around longer than you. Like, oh god, yeah, they're gonna have to, yeah, because they're
It's
same
gonna
time.
be good. It's gonna be good.
Wow. Anyway, that's it, everyone. That's the show. There's a lot to cram in. Sorry we had to go really fast. We had to, typically just want to remind you that the shows are going to be on 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern every other Saturday. So not next Saturday, but the Saturday after, unless there's like an event or something coming up where I won't be here, which will probably be in October, depending on how it lines up. I don't know.
Yeah,
Other than
there's a
that,
lot of things going on, right? In
yeah,
October, you got New
Comic
York
Con is
Comic
coming
Con, you
up.
got Twitch
So
Con, you got a bunch of things coming up.
yep. So keep your eye out. Again, anything that you guys, I know it's kind of fast and we just kind of cram. But there's a lot of information. There's still going to be a lot more information to go over. We still got to talk about like House of Dragons. We still got to talk about She-Hulk. We still got to talk about Lord of the Rings, Ring of Power, which I'm enjoying. And people have their if ands and buts. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying both. And people are bitching and complaining about both. But that's the world we live in entertainment. People are gonna bitch. I'm glad that they made the change to slow down the reviews so people can't review bomb stuff because they're dumb. And it's literally dumb. But other than that, yeah, thank you so much for joining us today on the show. My name is Technique. I am your host for today. You can find me anywhere entertainment wise by going to Twitch, and that's Technique. No, Ian, just a Q. And on Twitter is Technique TV. Matt.
Yeah, my name's Matt, aka Nighthawk Plays spelled with a Z. Monday through Friday, you can find me on Twitch. You can find me on YouTube as something a little different, Polkahawk, where I stream and upload a bunch of Pokemon videos. Pretty much me opening up Pokemon cards and having an absolute blast. But yeah, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, but mainly Twitch. It's Nighthawk Plays spelled with the Z. Playing a bunch of video games this week and very much looking forward to next month with Gotham Knights and November with 9 million games coming out because this has been a drought of the past few months with video games.
Next month we got Gotham, which I think we're gonna have Eddie Monster on the show for that. So
Dude, wait a second. It was so funny. Last week I was playing Rumbleverse and it was End Circle with me and a community member of mine, Pat, and we had nothing. And we were just trying to stay away from this one group. And it ended up I got pile driven to hell. And I'm like, I'm like, no, it can't be Ed Monster. And I go on to stream and I see he won. I'm like, oh, that's pretty dope. He absolutely
yeah,
just shat on me in Rumbleverse. It
that's
was really
hilarious.
funny. It was really funny.
Yeah, we'll be bringing him on the show for definitely for Gotham Knights. He's already confirmed. He says he's excited, so we'll
I'm
have him
getting
on
more
for that.
excited for it. I'm getting more excited for it after the past couple of trailers we saw.
Uh,
I'm still
I'm
like,
I'm
eh.
excited about the news. I'm not excited about the way it looks. I really hope
Yes,
they spice that game. That game
yes,
looks
that's it.
horrible.
Yeah.
In my opinion, looks really bad. Graphics look shitty.
PS4. Yeah.
Textures look bad. And why is Red Hood punching people with pistols? Anyway, we'll talk more about that next time. So hope to see you guys on the mix. Take it easy, do your homework, watch those shows, and we'll talk more about it next week and hopefully have more stuff from Disney. And let us know in the comments on YouTube or whatever platform you're listening to us on. Tell us what you like to see. We're taking notes. So thank you so much
Twitter.
for all your support as always. Have a good day, have a good Saturday and good weekend, and we'll see you next time on the mix. Take it easy. This has been episode 51.